Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Darren, the delivery driver, also known as Abdul Muhsin, and on this channel I give you the tips, tricks, and the inside scoop to make you the most profitable driver. If you like being on the road, making money, and a path to financial freedom, join the grind by hitting that like button, smashing that subscribe, and leaving your comments down below. In this video, what we're going to go over is the delivery hype over? We're going to go over the new code verification, why so many drivers are eating customers' food, and also last but definitely not least, all the scammers who's using two phones. Let's get into the video. On to the next part of the video where we're going to talk about, is the delivery hype over? First, before I jump into that, what I want to say is, what do you guys think about the new verification, the code verification collection thing, where you get to the door of the customer's house and they need to give you a 2-digit code, for example, on Deliveroo, like order number 31, like 31. So you get to the door and you're like, oh, code please, 31, and then you gotta type it on there. Then you go to the next point, then you give them the food, and then you click collect and then go. What do you guys think about that? In my opinion, I think it's a headache, because there's been times when I forgot to get the code and I have to like call the customer service, or I have to go back to the customer and knock on the door after I've already knocked on it. It's a bit uncomfortable to go do that. Also, sometimes the customers are like, what are you talking about? Why do I need a code? This and that. And then you're like, oh, just for verification, so that you know, they know you got the food and that I've given it to you, or whatever. What do you guys think about that? All right, so the reason why I think that they're doing the code verification is what I wanted to talk about next, is that there's been an increasingly big issue with drivers stealing the customer's food on JustEat, Deliveroo, or even probably Uber as well. And the way how I know this is because I've been going to certain places for almost 3 years now, and people who I know are stopping me, hey, let me see you mark it as collected, that you collected the food. And I'm looking like, why? What's wrong? And the reason for this is because there's so many drivers that are taking the food, not marking it as collected, eating it, and then rejecting the order. And this has been something which is getting out of hand, to where that it's a problem on Just Eat. I'm hearing from people like that work at the restaurants that they've ordered off Just Eat and drivers have eaten their food. And you know, I've read it in I believe there was like blogs and groups that, you know, this happens and stuff like that. So this is getting out of hand, that, you know, Just Eat, Deliveroo, and UberEats drivers are eating the customer's food. Like, this is something that which is not acceptable. And I think that if a driver is caught doing this, or that their account has been flagged for something like this many times, they need to be terminated immediately. I think that's a very big issue. Moving on to another point that I wanted to talk about is this is probably the biggest issue, and it's the fact that many drivers are using 2 different phones, 2 different accounts with all 3 apps on it. So you got 6 different avenues to get orders, and this using 2 phones and multiple accounts thing has really become an issue. And I really do think that Just Eat, Deliveroo, and Uber really need to tackle this, because what it's doing is creating a backlog of orders, because the drivers are not there on time to collect it, or they're coming in with one phone saying this, waiting for a different person to coming, showing a different number, taking the orders, and then running and things like that. Like, first of all, this is something which is not honest. Like, you're cheating out other people who are out here trying to make a living as well. And I think this is one of the biggest issues. I've seen it too many times that there's drivers they're coming in with 2 different phones, or even maybe even I'm not even sure, maybe I've seen people with 3 phones and stuff, and it's just absolutely absurd. And you know, it's something that really needs to be stopped. I think all those people who have those double phones and stuff like that should be terminated immediately, because this is creating a very big problem. So with some of those other things that I've talked about drivers eating customers' food, using multiple phones, this new verification process, and number one, it being overpopulated and so many people just easy to come in for the delivery apps, is the delivery hype over? In my opinion, I've heard some people say that, oh, it's usually slow between August and September, whatever. I understand that kids are on summer break and they'll be going back to school and all this. People are probably on holiday, whatever. But in my opinion, I think the delivery hype is over. And I'm a YouTuber who does videos about deliveries. So I honestly think that it's over. And it's not what it was during the pandemic, or it's not what it was pre-pandemic. So if people are now just trying to get in, I would say, to be honest, I would say it's not even worth it until some of these things get fixed, like, you know, the manipulation of using multiple phones, stealing customers' food. Yeah, man, I honestly think that the delivery hype is over. It's not the same as it used to be, and things like that. But I mean, because even look, I did a video, you can check it out above, where I made £1,000 in a week, but the amount of hustle I had to put into doing that was absolutely unbelievable. And in my opinion, you guys leave it down below what you guys think, but I think the delivery hype is over, sad to say. All right, guys, so that's it. That's what, in conclusion, what we've gone over is appliances that are in the apps and some of the struggles that we face as being delivery drivers, and also, is the delivery hype over? So I hope you guys like this video. If you guys got any tips or any input, please leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe. And you guys can also support this channel. Down in the description there's a PayPal link, because it's not easy making these videos. It takes time, effort, and things like that to make these videos. So if you guys want to support the channel, you can do that down below by way of the PayPal link. And if you can't do that, just hit the like button and subscribe and share it with people. That's all I got for y'all. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.